Okay, so we're in Kanye. You have more on Kanye? Kanye left Gap.
Oh yeah, so we had said on the last pod that he had said once the deals run out, I think Gap was like 2030 and Adidas was 2026.
Right.
Once we got to that point, he was like, I won't renew my contract, right? This was just the last pod, guys.
He said we those are my baby mamas at this
My
point.
baby mama, this was just the last pod. This was just Thursday. I kid you not, when we woke up on Thursday morning, Kanye said, you know what? I changed my mind.
If y'all can terminate this deal now, I'm ready. I'm ready to get out.
So it was reported that he is terminating the partnership with Gap over the company's alleged breach of contract. So like we said, they announced the partnership back in 2020 under a collection of the Yeezy clothing that would be developed. But it says that the Wall Street Journal obtained a letter from Kanye lawyers notifying Gap that he has decided to terminate their contract.
And Kanye probably was looking for any little clerical error or any little error that they could have made that could have proven in court that there was a breach of contract. Him and Kanye's team for the last 2 weeks have probably been studying what have they fucked up that we can go to court and get the hell out of this deal right now. And I don't think Gap has done anything super sour besides maybe not putting him on the board. I don't even know if Adidas is now. I know that there's things that they're running without him, but I know that's regular day-to-day Adidas business. I knew that they were gonna start fucking doing business without him with those Yeezys. But I really think Kanye could be comfortable at both of these places. He's just at the point where he's totally realized the market of his product without a collaborator.
This is going to be my question. You pretty much already answered it. I don't think there was really that much of an issue with the brands as far as the relationship between Kanye and Gap and Kanye and Adidas. I think Kanye has really just been on some like, fuck everybody, guys. Fuck the industry. Fuck these collaborations. Fuck these brands and companies. So I was going to ask you, like, if that's the case, if that's what you think, why do you think he's doing that?
Imagine if a rapper, and I like to make analogies. Imagine if a rapper's signed to a major, let's say Atlantic. They're treating him well. He's making good bread. He's doing good there. And there might be one little trip or one little hiccup at the label. Now I'm starting to look at everything crazy. And I'm going towards the books I've gotten with my lawyer. And I see how much money y'all are making off me. Yeah, I'm rich. I'm up 10, 15 M's. Oh, you niggas have made 50 M's off my albums? Kanye is really just on the point where, okay, you've built my business up to the point where it's the most popular fucking thing in the world. Now I'm going to leave you niggas and I'm going to do it by myself and just make all the money 100% just me. Because I have the leverage. I have the money. I have the infrastructure. I have the real estate. Yeah. I have the warehouses. Let's just move it.
Yeah, so like I've been paying attention to Kanye and I think that's what he's been doing, but I don't know why. So of course for his own benefit, but I think there's more to it. I think he's trying to he's wanting to give us a message, but I don't know what the message is. Like, are you wanting us to say fuck everybody, but what benefit are we getting out of it? Like, what are you gonna do for us moving forward? Like that's just where I've been up in the air with Kanye.
I feel like Kanye just wants that Bill Gates status, and he's not looked at it, even though he has the money of some of the biggest, he's not looked at it like that yet, because everything that he's done has always made him money in part by a collaborator instead of his business being the one that niggas collaborate with him. It's time for him to be IBM alone, for him to be Microsoft alone, for him to be Steve Jobs with his Apple alone. Not Steve Jobs integrating with Microsoft, integrating with it. It's time for Kanye to stand alone with his craft and with his product and be the best in it alone, to where I can be looked at as the greatest.
Okay.
I really think that's what it is. Some shit is about the money, and I think it's about the money too.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but with Kanye, there's more.
Kanye always has been somebody that he's setting his foot in the ground or his feet in the ground as the greatest in this.
And it's always like foreshadowing. Like Kanye has always made ruckus for like a certain period of time and when he's trying to like explain it to us, we don't get it at that time.
Yeah.
Then you fast forward like 2, 3, 4 years later, and it's like, guys, now everybody understands. He's like, you remember when I told y'all that story 3 years ago that this shit would happen? So that's why I'm like, what is this with the brands? Because you were so excited just 2 years ago. The Gap deal was in 2020. Y'all had this big campaign. How Kanye used to work at Gap, and it was like
they treat him like a nigga.
The American Dream story.
They treat him like a nigga, Corey. Like, imagine. Oh, I'm
asking because I'm
hurting because I'm feeling what Kanye's feeling because I follow Kanye like that.
Right, that's why I'm asking.
Corey, imagine just any money that you take home, the company's gonna 10x that.
Okay.
Imagine this nigga making $1 billion, turning himself into a billionaire off of these niggas.
Right.
Adidas has never sold fashion like they selling it right now. Not since since Run DMC. They not doing those type of numbers, and he's the biggest thing that's ever happened to their clothing. Mm-hmm. He's 10x. I said, wow, I called you Chan. That's crazy. Kari. Imagine if he's made $1 billion, they've 10x this shit, done things that he's never, or the company's never ever thought. Mm-hmm. You won't even put me on the board.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. So now I see
Gap too. You won't even put me on the board.
Now I see I'm doing so much for you guys. You guys are getting so much off of my name.
But I don't have any say. I can't make decisions.
And when I try to get another position, when I try to say something, I can't.
And just for the listeners that may not know, the board, when you set up a corporation, you have to have a board. Those are the people that vote on everything to what gets passed within the company. Mm-hmm. I've made you niggas this many $1 billion, and I can't even make a decision on what happens. Or when you make a decision, I can't even vote on it. You just take my fucking money and my art.
Okay.
Over at Gap too.
Got you.
That's why.
It's making sense.
Fuck these niggas.
It's making sense. So that's why I was saying I know his standpoint now.
And no equity.
I know his standpoint now where it's like, I'm the brand. You know what I'm saying? And him leaving, of course, he's already built everything. Like you mentioned, he's built himself. So I get his stance. But I was just saying, like, for us as the fan, what are you... And maybe he's not. Maybe this has nothing to do as far as, like, I want to give you guys a message as well. Maybe he is just doing something for himself. But I was just saying, like...
I think everything he does is a message for the fans.
But what is it here? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting now what we're talking, but that was where my question came from.
Kanye's still on that ownership tip. He's been on it forever.
Yeah.
And like, I remember when he talked about it when he got on Clubhouse, he was like, man, we need to get the fuck off these apps and stop signing with these niggas if we're not getting no equity. And I remember something about Adidas won't give him equity in the company. Of course, if you give them anything, he has that percentage of the company in ownership.
Right.
Well, I make this for you. I can't have 1%, 3%, 6%, or so. No, fuck these niggas.
Fuck them, yeah. Okay.
Fuck these niggas out. And when I pull this merch, drown. You find another nigga in here that can create like Kanye. Yeah. You're not. And also, I had just heard rumors, but I think they found somebody. Somebody had said Kanye was gonna go be the head at LV post Virgil, but
I've heard that.
I don't think that's what.
I don't know how true it is, but yeah,
I've heard. If fucking Gap and Adidas won't put Kanye on the board, it's not going to be LV.
It's not going to be none of these fashion labels.
Yeah, and
companies.
And if Kanye, and if Gap and Adidas can't keep Kanye happy or not under control, I don't mean that, but in a state where he doesn't have to go off on you niggas every 2 weeks, LV fucking can't.
Nobody.
No way. No fucking way.
You know who can? Kanye West.
Yeah. He's better off just creating in his own.
Yeah.
He was mad at Adidas. That was another reason why he said he was getting out. Adidas promised, that was the breach of contract for Gap, my apologies. That was the breach of contract because they promised by the end of January 2023, they would already have, I think, 20 different stores throughout the United States. Just Yeezy Gap, not Gap. Yeezy Gap already put up, but at this point there's still zero.
Okay.
So they had already breached a contract. So I guess by a certain point of this year, they were already supposed to have a certain amount of those up and running. If you've realized, there's been a lot of those Yeezy Gap pop-ups, but no real stores.
Gotcha.
Yeah.